We don't even have our shot. Ask Trisha, she got some alive. Great morning, you guys. Come on in. Come on in. Come on in. Great morning. Great morning. Great morning. While y'all are coming in, I'm going to go ahead and share. Oh, it's storming. I'm going to share. Let me know who's here and where you're tuning in from. All right. All right, y'all. Great morning. Great morning. Hey, beautiful. How you doing, Phoenicia? Girl, you hear it, girl. Oh my goodness. We are in the country. We are in the country. We are in Kentucky. I'm at home. Actually staying with my niece for the first time. This is my first time staying with her. Yeah. Y'all come on in. Make sure you share. Let me share some more. Great morning. Great morning. Great morning. Great morning. All right. All right. I hope it's streaming on IG. Trying to make sure. Great morning, you guys. We're gonna get started in just a second. I was streaming it through. I was streaming it through StreamYard to Instagram. Oh, I didn't start it. Lord, that's why. There we go. There we go. Okay, so hopefully I'll be live over there in just a second. But y'all come on in, come on in, come on in. We're gonna get started. Today is a very full day for us. Hey Tasha, how are you, beautiful? Today is a very full day for us. We've got a lot going on, and so I want to make sure. I really was not going to go live today, but the Lord worked it out so that I'm able to. So I wanted to make sure that I went on and went live. And what I might do, because I'm not I don't think this is gonna hold it. I think that what I'm gonna do is end the live through StreamYard and then just go live from my phone. Good, Tasha. That's what I'm gonna do. So hold on with me. Bear with me for just a second. Hey, Whitfield. Okay. Y'all bear with me. Okay. Good morning, Whitfield. All right. So here we go. Oh, Lord. Okay. Okay. All right. So give me just a second and let let them know over on. Hey, Evelyn, great morning. Come on in, come on in. Come on in, come on in. Great morning, you guys. Great morning, great morning. I am out of town. It's storming really bad here. So hopefully, and I'm in the country. So hopefully, everything will go through and you'll be able to hear clearly. Y'all let me know that y'all can hear me clearly. Let me know you can hear me clearly. Let me know. We're gonna be getting ready for the funeral. It's a morning funeral, so we're going to be getting ready in just a little bit. And so I wanted to take this time and go ahead and come on and kind of share with you. Okay, good, 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 good. Great morning, April. Okay, good, good. Awesome, you guys. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Okay, so this morning, huh, this morning I got up and we got in yesterday. We got in yesterday, and we did the viewing, the wake, and everything. And so I was able to spend some time with my nieces and the family. And then we came to stay with my niece. Like I said, this has been a um a time of first. Like it was the first time I'd been to my niece's house, my other niece, her sister's house. My first time staying with Trisha, who is absolutely my twin. Um, and it just, it's been a lot. It's been a lot. Y'all know we've had a lot going on. So this morning when I woke up, because we're in the country, deep in the country, and I couldn't get the Wi-Fi to connect, and then this morning, Trisha gave me the password. I had a capitalization problem and I was able to get on. And it just reminded me of the connectivity that we have with God. Sometimes something's not capitalized, or sometimes something is off, and it prevents us from really connecting with God. And God began to speak to me that I'll make a way, right? Because I'd already pretty much set and established that I wasn't going to be able to do my live this morning, but God made a way. And the same way he made a way for me to do this live is the same way that he's going to make a way for you. I look at the trip that we're taking. This trip was an unplanned trip. That could have been a struggle, but God made a way. See, even though we didn't know what was coming, God knew what was coming and made sure that we had a way, make sure that we were going to be able to do it, make sure that money wasn't going to be an issue, make sure that we had a place to stay. And everything that God does, he does with intentionality and with purpose, right? So you've got to understand that everything he does with purpose. And so when something transpires, we got to remember, okay, God, I know there's a purpose to this. What is it? I know there's a purpose to this. What is it? When we understand that, then we can go through the things that happen in our life a little differently. My niece and I were just talking, and I told you she's my twin, right? Like, in so many ways, that girl is my twin, right? So she was doing a video, right? She was doing a video for her mom. I said, Lord have mercy, this girl had 3,500 pictures. Trisha, that's too much, right? It's too many pictures. He said, well, I want to make sure everybody got a picture in there. And then okay, Trisha, okay. So she needed some music, right? And I was trying to remember how I would download the music from YouTube and then make it into an MP3. Finally figured it out, right? We were trying to figure it out so that she could put it on the video. Finally figured it out, was able to download the music, able to put some of it on there. But listen, the video's so long, okay? The video's so long that it wasn't enough music, right? But we were able to download the music and then begin to place it. God made a way. God even made a way when the music wasn't enough that at the funeral home, they were able to just play the music on a loop, right? So now they could just play the music on a loop. We didn't have to worry about sound from the video. And then that music would be playing as the pictures were going through. God made a way. Listen, time after time after time, God made a way. We needed an alignment. We were able to get an alignment right there in Russellville. God made a way. God will make a way in your life. And that's why you can't afford to quit on life, because God will make a way. He'll make a way in the midst of everything going on. He'll make a way when you don't know how he's going to make a way. God will make a way. He will make a way. There is absolutely no thing that is too big for God. Nothing is impossible with him. And with him, all things are possible. God will make a way. And listen, this is the other thing. When he doesn't make a way, he's still what? God. He's still God, operating in his protective capacity. Because listen, listen, God knows how to protect us too. God knows how to protect us. God will make a way. And we can sometimes mistake him making a way when the way don't look the way we want it to look. We can mistake it for punishment. Let me tell y'all something about God. I'm not saying God doesn't punish. I'm not saying that at all. So I don't want y'all to say, Dr. V said God don't punish. I'm not saying that. This is what I'm going to tell you. Sometimes what looks like punishment from the outside, and maybe even from you, is God giving you an opportunity to get even more than you had. Let me talk for a minute about Job. God made a way for Job, but the way was made after Job lost kids. He was infected, pussy, just he lost, he lost, right? And then his friend said, "Oh, what did you do? You must have done something. You must have done something. You must have done something to bring this wrath upon you." Like, and Job was like, "Well, God, what did I do? Like, I've been doing what you said to do. I pray. I love people. I pray for people. God, I don't understand what's going on." Even Job's wife was like, "You might as well just curse God and die, because all this that you're going through and you still advocating for God." Like, no, but God looked out and saw Job, right? He knew what Job was able to get through. He knew that Job would be able to make it to the other side. Because check this out. When the enemy was walking to and fro, like walking around, it up there with God, because he has access to God. And God said, "What are you doing?" He said, "Oh, I'm just walking to and fro, seeking whom I might devour." He said, have you considered my servant Job? Have you considered my servant Job? He was like, look, I thought about him, but you got a hedge of protection around him. I know I can't get to him. So, I ain't even thinking about it no more. Well, he said, I tell you what, I'll remove the hedge. The only thing is you can't take his life. Anything else, fair game, but you can't take his life. He said, what? Word. And he began to go to work. You all, I know Job didn't ask to be chosen. I know when I've been chosen, I didn't ask to be chosen. And I know when you've been chosen, you didn't ask to be chosen. But don't mistake chosen for a punishment. Don't mistake chosen for you're being penalized. Don't mistake it now. Don't mistake it. God only chooses those that he knows will pass the test. He only chooses those who can get to the other side. He only chooses those. And God doesn't allow anything to happen lest he know it, right? Like, that's because he's God. He knows everything. So as you're going through, know that God is going to make a way regardless of what you go. He made a way for Job. He made a way for Job when his friends doubted him, when his friends were like telling him, oh, you must have done something. You must have sinned. Like they were just like, oh, y'all know he did something. Y'all know he did something because God ain't going to allow him to lose all of this. And he didn't do nothing. Oh, but he did. He did. He did. God will make a way. I remember going through some stuff and being like, God, why would you allow this to happen to me? And I look back and God made a way for me to come through it, and not just to come through it, but to come through it better, to come through it with some wisdom, to come through it. You look so beautiful. To come through it with a oh, she looks so pretty. I love that dress.
Girl, I couldn't find one. I said, oh, mama, please help me find a dress. That's the first one I found after I said that.
Oh, that's so pretty. She's so gorgeous. God he will make a way. Like Trisha just talked about. She couldn't find a dress, right? And then God made a way. Look, y'all, I'm telling you, I know you may think God doesn't care about the small things of your life. I know you may think that those sandals are cute, girl, and your feet are big. What size is it? 7. Girl, them big old feet. You almost my size. I know you think that God won't make a way. I know you think that sometimes the things that you go through, it's God forsaking you, right? But I promise y'all, God is not forsaking us. He says, and lo, I'm with you always, even to the end of time. And no matter what we're going through, God is right there. And when it's the greatest stuff, the most challenging stuff, he's there carrying us. Remember, we've been talking about this, y'all. So anytime God starts talking about stuff, there's a reason, and he's preparing us, but he's already made a way. He's made a way for us to get to the other side, and he'll make a way for your restoration and your redemption. He'll make a way for you to have peace. He'll make a way for you to be reimbursed for your pain, your trouble, your cost. Like I'm telling you, God is that kind of God. And it won't necessarily come the way you think it's going to come, but it doesn't mean it won't come. God will make a way. I should have said God has made a way, because really he has already made the way for us. And all we've got to do is be willing to walk the way out. Walk it out. Keep going. Keep moving. Don't faint. Don't quit. Don't give up. And it's easier to say that when you're not in the throes of going through than it is when you're in the throes of going through. But baby, in the throes of my go through, in the throes of it, when it looks the worst, when I feel the worst, when I'm trying to figure out, God, what in the world are you doing? God, why is this happening? Those are the times that I've got to remind myself of the things that God has already said to me, of the things that God has already done for me. Matter of fact, if I forget, my husband will quickly remind me, oh, remember you just said this. Remember you said this. Remember you said this. You can't quit. God will make a way for you to get through. Get on the other side. He's going to make a way. And it's up to us to just keep going. Just keep going. Keep pressing. And then watch what God does. Can't nobody do it like God. Can't nobody do it like God. And I love the outcome of what he does. I love the outcome. So I don't care what you're going through right now, and I don't care how overwhelming it seems. I don't care how down you may be. I need you to pick yourself up and know that God will make a way. You don't have to know how the way is going to be made. God will do it, and it'll be so clear, and it'll be so smooth, and it'll be so easy that you'll be wondering, well, what was I waiting on? And why did I doubt? Listen, I want you to know that God's got you. Not only does God have you, he'll place some people in your life who have you too. Let God do what he does and let him be glorified. You all listen, I'm going to get off here. I've got to get dressed and ready. The funeral starts at 10. So, but I did want to come on. I wanted to come on. I wanted to tell you guys what God was saying. I wanted to give you some encouragement to get through your day. And I want you to know that God will make a way. And even when it seems like he won't. Even when it seems like he won't. Hey, VG. Even when he seems like he won't, he will. So today, make today great. Thank you so much, Phoenicia. Hey, Kathy. Yes, keep going. Yes, Lisa, you will make it, honey. You will make it. Yeah. So, VG, you got to go back and watch the replay. God's gonna do it. God's gonna do it. It's already done in the spirit. We're just waiting for it to show up in the natural. That's it. That's all we're waiting for, is waiting for the physical manifestation of what God has already done in the spirit. Trust God with it, even when you don't know how it's going to happen. Listen, step by step, move by move, direction by direction. Just do that. If you just do that, then God will take care of the rest of it. All right, you guys, listen, I absolutely love you guys to life and life more abundant. I pray God's blessings upon you. I pray that today, no matter what you're facing, you'll know that you can stand knowing that God will make a way, right? When you can't see it, he will make a way in the natural that has already been made in the spirit. I love you guys to life. Be blessed. Mwah.